for what you do. Nollywood, I always celebrate Nollywood. I go to cinemas to watch just Nollywood because we have to support these people for what they've done. Ohioma, the director, was with us, I think, a few days ago, joining us from Abuja. But we're not done yet with the creative sector. We have joining us right here, a gaffer and lighting designer, CEO, GM Lawani Studio Limited, Godwin Lawani. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Morning.
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 You know, sometimes people underrate what lighting is
until
they pick up a camera to shoot.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a time for you to educate us
on
how important light, because a lot of people talk about so many things except lighting, but it can kill literally everything. So talk to us about the importance of lighting, especially in film sets like these ones we're talking about and Nollywood in general.
Thank you very much. Lighting is very important in the sense that from the origin, it's called photography. The photo there is light, then the graphics. So the camera can't see anything if there is no light. And now, even the eye cannot see so much without light. So the idea of even having motion picture comes from the persistence of vision, which is a concept where the eye retains an image for a fraction of seconds. So these images are put in 24 frames in 1 second. So the eye has the continuous view, which makes motion picture. Now, the quality of the image that you have depends on the quality of light that you put before the image. And that's how important it is. I understand that productions are in different levels, and there's a lot of demand in terms of the quality you want to put out there. But lighting is one of the most important things when it comes to making videos or content.
So how did you get into this space? Let's begin. Let's talk about your journey.
So originally I went to film school to do animation. But I got there, I saw that storytelling in Nigeria has to come from a different angle, different from what we have at that point. But somehow the things that I took to school didn't survive 1 month. The computer crashed, the sound system was destroyed. So I moved to scripting and directing. So I majored in scripting and directing. But somehow, you know, hunger brought the creativity of lighting, like I used to say. So yeah, I have this very solid background with science, with physics. So I brought the optics in. At that point, I got interested in lighting because in Nollywood, at that period, we couldn't simulate some ambience, some environment. So there's this thing where somebody wakes up, oh, good morning, and then the place is bright. I don't see night. I don't see dawn. I don't see dogs. So that pushed me to see, oh, how can we bend this? How can we create this? So, so that's what brought me into lighting, to create mood. If I present night to you, it's night in real life. Because everybody in this world knows how night and day looks. So that's the journey. The journey started to bring solution to what I saw was missing in Nollywood films at that point. But for now, we have grown. Our films are going out in the world, competing with the big budgets. We still have challenges here and there, but we are growing gradually.
That's beautiful to hear. I was going to say, do you do voiceover as well?
His voice, right?
Because his voice,
yeah,
he's so chill.
So I've been advised several times to do that, but you know, I just want to concentrate on lighting, conquer that, and then I'm also big in training, trying to train people in the right concepts of doing things, which is one of the biggest challenge in our industry here.
Absolutely.
So I have a concept that I call a tailor shop concept. This is the tailor guy doesn't show the apprentice all that he knows or all that she knows. So the apprentice graduates and then start to train other people doing the same thing. At the end, you have the corner flooded with tailors who don't know the nitty-gritty of how to do things. And that's what is the biggest problem in our industry. So, like you just mentioned now, I will take this advice, and the next thing I'm jumping into making voiceovers. Probably I don't know what is required. I don't know how to modulate my tone and all that stuff. So that's one of the challenges that we're trying to, educate people about. You need to get into the crux of this matter. You need to understand. You can learn from internet. You can learn from any other world, but you need to understand, why am I doing this? What solution am I bringing to what is existing already?
Yeah, I get the point. Mastering what you have chosen to do.
Mastering what you have chosen to do.
We get high on the people that we see. The Funke Akindeles of this world, the Tony Abrahams of this world. But we may not appreciate as much the work that those behind the scene do. And, we have had the opportunity to know how important it is for the work of a sound recordist is in a movie. Talk to us about what it feels like being behind the scene. Do you ever feel the need to be, in the bright lights of the glamour as well?
So there are temptations to, move from one place to another. But I have this conviction in mind to see that when you hold a thing, you kill it. Take it to the highest. Now, being behind the scene, I'm not envious of the guy who everybody's following and cheering about. My joy is that I'm able to make a piece or a masterpiece for that guy to be seen. Because as he's growing, as his followership or his, his value is growing, my value is growing. Because they will ask, who made this guy this pretty? And then they will come for me. So I've chosen my part. I'm like the guy who's in the room whispering, but the person echoing it is who they see. But I'm comfortable where I am because I'm also happy to pass the knowledge. They used to say the grave is the richest place. I want to go to the grave empty, push out everything that I know. So people should be contented with where they are, with what they do. Master it. Don't envy. There are a lot of temptation to move into doing camera works. Because, when they say filmmaking, they just think of the camera person, and then that's it. And every other person is behind. No, this is where I am. This is where I will stay till probably retire.
Fantastic. Just listening to you, your voice, your passion, what you're doing is just inspiring. So you have even infected me, so let me cough.
I'm sorry about that.
All right. He's worked on some great pieces. You always say...
Yeah, I've seen his set. I've seen one podcast that he did a live.
Speak to us some of the works you've done. There's one streaming currently. There's one Idris Elba directed. Just mention a few so people understand what's going on.
In 10 seconds.
So I have done Baby Farm, which is streaming
right now.
Yeah. I've done Funke Akindele's shoot, Battle on Booker Street.
Yeah, I watched that.
I've done
Dust to Dream.
Dust to Dream.
Directed by Idris
Elba.
Yeah.
That was a test of your value. They came with some, but we did a great job.
Showed up.
We showed up.
We showed up. And we're proud.
Yeah.
And we're super proud of what you've done.
Blood Sisters, a whole Far From Home, Oloture.
I've seen those ones.
Yeah, I've seen those ones.
Inspector K.
You did all that.
I was lit by this man.
Okay.
He's lit.
It's enough. It's enough. Gaffer Lighting Designer, CEO, GM Lawson Studio Limited. Godwin Lawani is taking my voice, but it's okay. Thank you for coming on the program. We appreciate it. And keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Well, and that's it on the program. Thank you so much for your time and company. We'll be back here again tomorrow, God willing. Bye-bye.
Yes, indeed. We'll be back to amplify more deep voices tomorrow. I am Bukola Koka.
And I'm Kayode Okikilo. Don't forget to always be the light wherever you are. Goodbye. Sunrise Daily is next.